Hey, 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 hey. What's your name? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Peace, love, and light, man. It's your great granddad's day. Feathers up. Feathers up in there. You dig what I'm saying? Like you start forgot. Find a feather too. You guys saw in our last video. We caught it live on camera, bro. Look at that big turkey feather, boy. Look at that, baby. See that big feather, boy? Yeah, baby. I can't wait to stream this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You know, I'm out here in nature detoxing. I'm out here in nature. And one of the things is that it's coming to my mind is that as far as I remember being a child, I was in a car with my half brother. I think it's like his best friend or it's like his girlfriend at the time. At least had to be at least about 10, maybe 9. And nah, I don't know if I was that old, bro. Might have been younger. But regardless of the fact that my biological mother, she had parked the car and went inside the store, and we were waiting for her. And I noticed when his girlfriend, she was talking to him, the way she was talking to him, I couldn't tell you verbatim what she said, but she was disrespecting my brother. I viewed him as my brother. Man. I'll get to that in the story. I viewed him as, my brother. And I'm like, she was talking to my brother. So I'm like, hold on, I'm checking. I'm like, don't be talking to my brother like that. Woo, woo, woo. And she's going, and I'm a child. And guess what? This bitch is going back. This bitch is going at me and talking mess to me. Talking mess at me. Like, and I'm just like, yo, what the frick? You know how disrespectful a bitch is. So I'm saying stuff back to her. I'm still a child. So then she's saying stuff back. And then my half brother, guess what the frick he did? Hey. Like, bitch, you ain't gonna check a bitch you talking like that to a child, nigga? Bum ass nigga, yo. Bum ass nigga, yo. Bum ass nigga, yo. Bum ass nigga. That nigga really don't give a frick about his own blood, like real spit. Like, I know I was a half brother. I mean, he always bigged up his friends more than he did his loved ones. Like, especially like me. He always put his friends and stuff before me. And he never was an accountable person, like on some real stuff. Never at all. He always make excuses, always try to play like he's the victim. Just a bitch. He always does this. He always trying to say like I'm always doing something. Always trying to say like I'm doing something. I mean, he couldn't be standing up and say he didn't want me to go nowhere with him, because he always like no. Because anytime I go out with him, he tries, and I'm like, nigga, I haven't, like, nigga, we real life didn't even like go out like that since so long. It's been like so long. This is like now when I'm like quote unquote older, as my age has developed, I should say. So, and I'm like, you know how long ago that was? And even his biological mother, even his mother knew that, yo. Like, yeah, that was a long time ago. He's like, no. I'm like, get the frick out of here. And, one of the things, I guess, when I was going, because I met his friends or whatnot, his friends told me they wanted me to hang out with him. Hang out with, like, all of them. I'm like, yo. All right. And then my half brother was there. He was like, just let you know that, you do things, you're going to do things on your own. You do things because you want them. Or something like that. I said, huh? What the frick? What do you mean? And he had his head down when he said it. He had glasses on too. And he couldn't look me in the eyes when he said that. And I'm just like, what the frick are you talking about? I'm like, well, what are you saying? You don't. And he's like, and he wouldn't elaborate. He wasn't freaking making any sense. He said, I'm just I'm like, you're not saying nothing. So they're probably doing illegal. I don't know. I'm bull caps. He's a faggot. He's a freaking faggot. You know, just wanted to get the last word. He tried to act so hostile. He acts like a bitch. He acts like his mother. Acts like a bitch. Always try to act so hostile. I think, you know, it was more than one time. He always wished so much harm on me. There was more than one time where this kind of looks cool. Kind of looks cool for a picture. But it was like this one time where he was like, oh, what did he say? Oh, he said something like to the effect of, because he was trying to act all hostile, trying to act like he was going to swing on somebody, and I'm like backing up, because I'm like, I'm not even trying to fight you, dog. I'm not even trying to fight you. I'm trying to calm you the hell down. You sitting there acting like a hi-hat, you know, sitting there trying to intimidate me or whatever. I mean, he has been an abusive half-brother. You know, stuff like, and I think it's one time where he had, I know I've said this before, but he had his obese hybrid girlfriend. Something drifting on. His obese hybrid girlfriend. And he's like, oh, she was trying to fight his mother. And so since she was trying to fight his mother, and she called her a bitch, and you know, you're effing bitch, whatever. She tried to fight her, at least try to get in her face like 3 times. And I think like at the 3rd time, she like really for real like went there, and I stopped her. I stopped her all the times, by the way, because I stepped in. And then this bitch was like, so then Rose pushed me, so my biological mother, and then Jason, that's her other son. He ended up grabbing her. He ended up grabbing his obese hybrid girlfriend, you know, pale bitch. And I did remember crying, like, cause I couldn't believe that he would have a girlfriend, you know, try to beat her up, and he would allow it right in front of her. I mean, he don't like realizing all the terrible stuff that this bitch does. And I think the bitch was saying, like, you know, this is Rose. She's like, Jason, he doesn't respect you. He taught her to disrespect you. And I'm like, you know, she doesn't respect you. That's a reflection of you. You taught your son not to respect you, because you don't have no respect for yourself. And you know, that bum bitch, before I even get to that, so then I go over to my grandmother's and aunts and staying at the same place. And she's like, you know, yeah, because then they go there talking, whatever, trying to act like it was some type of issue. And I'm just like, how are we going to miss over the fact that you're going to let this, girlfriend, this pale bitch, try to fight your mother? And he's like, you know what, Romeo? I'm sorry. And I'm like, and he went over, he got up, and I'm like, no, I'm pissed. I'm like, no. So he got up. She tried to manhandle me, like tried to get his arms like real, and tried to hug around me like real talk, tried to manhandle me like on some real, and I'm pushing this nigga off. So I'm like, man, he really trying to like wrestle with me. So I'm like, man, I got the nigga, I grabbed the nigga, push the nigga back, and my aunt is like, oh, no. You know, they can't even trying to stop him, but I'm like, I grabbed the nigga, dude, smack the nigga back, threw this nigga on the ground like that, and I had him down like this, and I had my hands on his neck, and I broke the arm on a rocking chair too. And I had him down like that, and I saw the look in his eyes, and he was like, all that motherfucking abusive behavior went out the motherfucking window, looking like a straight bitch, and then I put my hands around his neck. Had to show him, nigga. I'm just saying, he was a bitch. F him, yo. You know how many times the narcissist has gotten at us, yo? And, you know, one of the things is getting back on him is going no contact, man. I didn't get no contact with all the narcissists except for one, and that's the one I'm staying with right. Well, the one I'm staying with right now is my biological father. Hates saying that, bitch ass. I don't even talk to this motherfucker. Such a loser. Just loves to dominate. Just gotta get a place, that's all. You know, I try to be transparent with y'all. And I guess the uncle was telling, I guess Rose went and told the uncle, so uncle's coming up to me, he's like, oh, so you beat Jason's ass, huh? And I'm like, I mean, you in a car, I never threw a punch. There are times he tried to act like he beat me up when he got the front seat, when we never even fought. You know, Rose is an awful mother, so she allows stuff like that. It's just kind of like he threw me out the seat and just tried to bump me up from the front seat. Yeah, he's a bitch. He did wish death on me, you know. It's kind of one of the things I did love my half brother before. You know, it's kind of, we did have love for the narcissist before. Especially the ones that were close to us in life. We did. But, yeah, but he did wish death on me. You know, and this is when we're in a car with his obese girlfriend. The biological mother thought it was had me get in a car with him. And I said they told me to get the car because the way he was driving, he was creating a hostile environment, doing a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming. Because my biological mother said we're going to the mall, and she had to go to the bank to go. He had to go to the bank to go get his money so I can have my money so I can spend what I wanted at the mall. Mind you, I'm a lot younger, but so he's like, you want to go to the mall first? And I'm like, no, I want to go get the money first. So all of a sudden, Blue, guess what the hell we pull up to first? We pull up to the freaking mall, and I'm like, yo, what the frick? I didn't have no money, so I'm like, hey, you gonna buy this from me? He's like, nope. And he went around doing that, and I saw he's at the store. We were in GameStop looking at this game. You know, and I remember it's like this Pikachu, this stuffed animal Pikachu. This is a stuffed animal Pikachu. This stuffed animal Pikachu. I think she touched it. I just looked at it. It's a obese pale bitch girlfriend. And then he goes and like, she sets it down, so he goes and grabs it, and then as soon as she grabs it, she says, "Oh, you don't have to buy that for me." What? This goofy ass nigga buying that bitch all that stuff, just using that nigga. And I think too, I don't even think the nigga would go out and buy me a pretzel. The nigga wouldn't even buy me no food too while we was out too. Like, and you know, we specifically went out so I can get my own money. And they were on the way in the car when he was driving hostile and whatnot, cause I was calling my mom, my biological mother, and he's doing all this screaming and whatnot. And I told this girl, I'm gonna open the door, cause he had one of them old cars, 1999. It was a silver something car, and it was like I was in the back seat. It was only those things where you could, and they had the car doors on the side, and you know, on the front, passenger and the driver. So I'm like, so he wouldn't go open it. I should have broke something, but I was thinking about it. I don't know if I think about it then, but I do think about it now. Should I have hit him, the driver, while he was driving? I'm just saying, like, on some real stuff, because that's kidnapping. You hold me against my will. Hold me against my will. And I go to open the door. She's like, I can't open out the door. I'm looking at this fat bitch when we're stopping, and she said, I can't open up the door. I said, open up the door. She's a lying piece of crap. She's with a narcissist too. Faggot ass bitch. I can't believe the stuff they did. I would have big kicked them out of my house. You know, a lot of detoxing moments. But I had said, bro, look, man. I don't want to talk over that, but so then, yeah, he's just so abusive. Ah, and you know he acting like that, and he wasn't driving like that, and then so then when we finally got, cause he's acting like he wants to talk to Rose so bad. He's like, tell mom to call me on my phone. Tell mom to call. Cause I put it on speaker. I got her right there on the phone, and he wasn't answering her calls. So she answered mine. He got mad at her about that. That's another thing he didn't like either. He always tried to. One time he tried to tell me, oh, I always exaggerate things. The frick out of here. I was calling a spade, and he didn't like that. He always wanted it sweet and sour and buttered up. I hate his bitch ass. I mean, he hated me. And that's when he told me in the car. He's like, honestly, I wish you were fucking dead. I wish you were dead. And this bitch is crying, and and then his bitch is crying, his obese, pale bitch girlfriend. And she's like, could you please stop? Could you please stop? I'm not doing a single thing, bitch. I asked you to open up the freaking door so I can leave, bitch. I don't want to be in a freaking car with y'all Negroids. And you pale bitch, you freaking hybrid honky bitch. Huh? Is that what you want, bitch? The frick out of here, bitch. Good, I hope they kill each other. They're abusing each other. Get the frick out of my face. They weren't even faithful to each other too either. Hefty bitch ass, stupid ass cunts and stuff, man. I'm so glad I'm away from them, bro. That's just some other stuff I was glad I'm no contact from, man. Just, you know what, just gotta get on other stuff, man. This is really very telling. I feel a lot better. I almost wanted to drink something, but I can't because this is dry fast. Kind of surprised how much energy I do have. I think I'm about to either soak up some more sun or I'm going to go walk to the other side. But I do know this. I'm going to tell you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You know that. Share this too. This is some great information of people who have suffered abuse from siblings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all book a one-on-one coaching session with us. Info at healingthroughinspiration.com. Or you can just DM us on Instagram if you haven't followed us already. We got our course too, our business course. You guys want to start a business course, you guys haven't got one. That's in the description box. Originally caps for sale, originally socks for sale. American Arena shirts. And a wonderful kind of artwork at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop. Thanks you guys show your support. We support you guys, so please support us. All right, peace, love, and light, y'all.